People
to
get
think,
confident.
to think that this is limited to any particular group or age is crazy. They're all Americans. They're all human beings. They all have different views of it. They are individuals.
Right. No, I'm just wondering if, like, tonight, but I feel like those people he's probably already gotten. So, was there anyone new?
I have an idea. I think that when Donald Trump goes into private life, which he will be doing very soon, he should take out a patent on a self-kicking machine. Because that is his brand now. He had a complete opportunity tonight to go out there and repair some damage with some constituencies to show that he actually gets it. See, the thing is, you don't get to determine what offends me. I don't get to determine what offends you.
That's what you guys are doing.
No, hold on a
You're
second.
determining that the whole entire Hispanic American community.
I'm only looking at Twitter. I'm sorry.
Twitter is not much of a
Twitter, that's a scientific example right
sure.
there.
Well, let's watch tomorrow. But my point is, if I say something to you that you find offensive, it's my job to listen to you and figure out, in the name of civility. So we used to call it civility. See, the basis of civilization. They became politically correct only when certain other people started insisting on civil treatment. But if I tell you something and you say that offended me, it's my job in the name of civility to listen to you and try to do a better job next time. The problem we have right now is you got a certain set of people in the country that say, you telling me that you're offended means you're the problem. Not me, not my speech. Your response to my speech. And we'll never have a country that way.
Or if you tell me that I might lose, it's not my fault. It's not because I failed. It's because the election was rigged.
Or
I think it's sort of the same line of reasoning. And I don't want to change the subject from but on the failed election issue and the question of legitimacy, Lindsey Graham, no fan, I get it, no fan of Donald Trump, tweeted that if he loses, it's because he failed. Period. Now, this is a senator, member of Congress. To Michael's good point before, there are members of Congress who watch this and who are up for re-election. And what if, I spoke with a House member the other day who said to me, what if I win in my state and Donald Trump loses and challenges the election? What does that do to me and my election? Are my voters disenfranchised? Are my votes illegitimate? I mean, this is an issue. Donald Trump is about Donald Trump, not about the Republican Party, and I think that's what this is about.
This is a good issue, and 2 points. Number one, to my friend Michael, which I just sent you there, an article in the New York Times about a federal judge in Philadelphia overruling a Pennsylvania state Senate election and throwing a Democrat out of the state Senate, giving control of the Senate to Republicans, because he said the Democrats stole the election and they used a dead person's vote, among many others, to accomplish it. This is a problem. I've been reading tonight about a Princeton professor who does this enormous study about how easy it is to hack voting machines, saying there is a problem here. Will we recognize the problem?
Is this anecdotal, or at this point, or is it a huge herd?
I think when you've got all these people and CBS and all these other places, reputable institutions, Princeton University, saying that these elections can be stolen in a blink, in essence, we've got a huge problem, we shouldn't be trusting computers, then yeah, there's a problem. Yes.
You said you don't want people divided by race. Let me just say one thing, and then I want to make a larger point. One is, I know Patty, and I've known her since she was a young woman, and she's one of the most inspiring people I know. She has a wonderful story, and when she tells me that she's offended, I take that seriously. I don't say, who are you to say whether a lot of Hispanics were. No, but Kayleigh said that to her. Here's a thing, but let's not talk about Hispanics, blacks. I think Americans were offended by what Donald Trump said about not accepting the result of the election. Americans, black, white, Hispanic,
How many were offended
Asian.
when Al Gore did this? How many?
You know, Jeffrey, you rail against Washington, but you're using like political consultant answers here.
David, you
and I say that as a self-loathing political consultant.
I am not a political consultant. and you said
No, but
your party.
That's nonsense.
It is not.
The election was not settled. There was a dispute about that. And as it was said before, if he had said tonight, look, absent some extraordinary event like a dispute, of course I'll accept the result. It didn't trouble his running mate to say it. It didn't trouble his campaign manager to say it. Why does it trouble him to say it? Why?
Jeffrey, if there's a divide when it's all over between the Electoral College and the popular vote, no one will question Mr. Trump for pursuing to get to the bottom of exactly what the result was. But here we are at a stage when he's trailing by double digits in several national polls, and the swing states have all shifted away from him. And at this moment, he's saying that he thinks the whole thing is rigged against him, and then he tries to conflate media bias with the rigging of an election, which are two totally separate issues.
Well,
and that's where it falls short.
They're not in terms of being influential in deciding an election. They're not. I mean, the old Soviet Union only ran Pravda, right?
Whether there's bias in the media and election fraud are two separate issues, is what I'm saying. One doesn't bleed into the other.
Jeffrey, it's about, to a great degree, when you become president and you're a leader, you have to accept responsibility for everything that happens on your watch.
Right. Like I did not have sex with that woman.
Good or bad. I don't want to, I'm just saying, this is a role of a leader in general.
Right.
This is what leaders ought to do, accept responsibility. Part of the responsibility of being a leader is, if you don't succeed and you lose, you accept responsibility for the loss. If you win, good for you. You did a great job.
I just have to say, Rush Limbaugh said this today, and I think it's so true. He said it, no matter what station you turn on, everybody is operating on the premise that Donald Trump's about to lose. There's a Fox News poll that just came out. He's only 6 points behind. There's another poll, the Reuters poll today. He's 4 points behind. We were sitting here 23 days ago. The momentum was going in Donald Trump's direction. We have 19 more days. None of us knew 2 days ago that we were going to get FBI 302s showing quid pro quo, the phrases in there, between the State Department and the FBI. None of us know what's coming in the WikiLeaks. None of us know where we're going to be 20 days from now. And I think we shouldn't operate under the premise, one, that he's going to lose, and two, that he's not going to accept the result. He said maybe. He's going to look at what happened. He said that's fair. None of us know what's going to happen.
Well, I can just tell you, because I've been involved in campaigns for a long time, in presidential campaigns for a long time, no one has in modern history recovered from a deficit like this. Tonight was his opportunity to try and turn that around, and he's just dug himself into